Good morning, boys and girls. Coffee time. Up and at 'em early today. I got some work to do around the homestead, so I got to get started early. But I wanted to do a quick video about some more reality as it relates to wilderness survival stuff. It seems like every time I turn on the YouTube or the television and kind of see what's going on out there in this industry, in this business, it's a steady load of bullshit. You know, things like, can you go spend $20 at Walmart and buy a minimal kit and survive for 24 hours? Can you live out of a trash bag for 24 hours if that's all you got? You know, and there's this new show out here. I caught a little bit of it last night. I try to stay away from those shows, but if I see one on there I haven't seen before, I'll take a look at it in a minute. It's I can't remember the name of it. Call to the Wild or Call of the Wild or some bullshit. It's where survivalists go out with their dogs, and they got to last 10 days. The dogs are fed, according to the disclaimer on the screen that I saw, the dogs are cared for by veterinarians and fed on a daily basis. The humans not so much. But it's the same old shit. These fuckers are out here chopping their hands with a fucking axe. They're fucking starving to fucking death in 3 days. Bitch, I can sleep for 10 days. Get in a sleeping bag with your dog and shut the fuck up. 10 days, get your ass out of here. Quit making bullshit junk TV. That's the kind of stuff that gets people fucking killed. Some of the shit that you fucking people are teaching out here is fucking ridiculous. So anyway, before I get off on that, let's go back, and some of you guys may remember a video I did on the remote spot of each state. 40 out of the 50 states have been done, where it lists the distances from a road. How far from a road or a town can you get anymore in any state? And we're talking a passable road, a navigable road, something that's you can run a vehicle on, okay? So now I want to go back and kind of follow up on that, because obviously the most remote spot in every state, some of them are on a damn road. Some of them are not. So you got to get there some way. And what way do you get there? Generally by groomed hiking trails, for the most part. So forget the road, take the road or the town out of the equation. Now let's go back and break it down state by state and look at distance from a groomed trail. So think maybe a hiking trail in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park, or a hiking trail at the state park over here, or in the National Forest. These are trails that are readily and regularly used by foot travel. So let's go back and break it down a little bit. As we learned from the last video I did on this stuff, most of the states in the eastern half of this country especially are less than 5 miles from the road. You can go back and watch that video. I don't want to make this a 30-minute video, obviously, but the people that research this and do this, they've been able to get to every remote spot within like 72 hours tops and back with a 5, 6, 7, 8-year-old daughter in tow with them. Most of them, they're able to do it in just a few hours, but some states, a couple days. But there again, when you're talking wilderness survival and lost bigger than shit, they're fucking doing it with a damn small child. So stop that bullshit. All right, so let's go down through here. Let's talk about these states. And this would be distance from a trail or travel method. If they don't have the data from the groomed trail, because it may be on a boat or an island right off the coast or something, then we have a travel time. So we'll just start with Rhode Island. It's 1.8 to the road. There is no trail because it's accessible by boat. The travel time on that, very, very minimal. South Carolina, let's see here. My handwriting is so good. Let's see. Damn, I can't read my own shit here. Okay, that says boat. Holy fuck, it looks like bar. But, yeah, less than a day, less than 12 hours, and that's by boat. Oh, the fuck, yeah, that's right. I can't fucking read my own shit, dude. Looks like 11 bar, but I think that's 11 hours by boat. Forgive me. South Dakota, there is no trail right there, so we're talking, I'm sorry, the distance to a trail is 3 miles in South Dakota. Utah, 0.1 miles. 1/10 of a damn mile in Utah is as far as you can get from a groomed trail. Oregon, 0.5 miles. Alabama, its remote spot is on an island right off of the coast. It is on private property, so you can't get to that fucker without permission, no way. Arkansas, you have to get there by river. It's 2.5 miles. At that remote spot, you can hear a busy highway running 24 hours a day. So there's Arkansas for you. Colorado, the distance is 8.8 from the road. It is in a national forest. They did not have the actual distance from the nearest marked trail on that stat. So 8.8 National Forest, I think, without going back and looking at the website, I think the travel time on that dude was less than a day. Connecticut, 0.3, 0.3 of a mile. Delaware, you got to get there by boat. It is 3.2 miles from the road. There's no hiking distance or trail distance, obviously, because you're getting there by boat. But at that spot, you can see a nuclear power plant in the distance. Florida is in the Everglades. It's 17 miles from a road, but you got to get there by boat. It's in the Everglades. So there again, day and a half travel time, not that big of a deal. Georgia, 1 mile from a trail. Idaho, 3 miles from a trail. Illinois, 45 minutes by canoe to the Illinois remote spot. Iowa, you got to get to that one by boat. 2 hours. It's in the Upper Mississippi Wildlife Refuge. Kansas, it's 0.8 of a mile from a road. That is in a state park up there. So the road just kind of goes out on a peninsula there. So 0.8 of a mile. I mean, shit, you can walk that in 7-8 minutes probably. Kentucky, 5 hours with a 6-year-old. 5 hours for the whole state of Kentucky. Maine, 0.3 of a mile. 0.3 of a mile from a groomed trail. So this stupid TV show I saw last night with these fucking dogs or whatever it is. Love dogs, don't get me wrong, but surviving 10 days. Maine, they were in Maine. 0.3 of a damn mile. Walk the fuck out. Just walk out. Eating berries and shit. Shut the fuck up. Maryland. Maryland's remote spot is on private land. You got to get there by boat. Can't get there anyways, private land. Hour and a half. Massachusetts is also by boat. Less than 1 day's travel time, 10, 11 hours, I think is what it was. Minnesota. Now there's you one. The land of 10,000 lakes there, I think they call it. Or maybe that's Michigan. Fuck, I don't know. Minnesota. Canoe. Takes you a couple days. You got to do an overnight camp to get there by canoe to the remote spot. It's overnight camp. Big deal. Missouri. 0.4 of a mile. 0.2 of a mile from the most remote spot in the state of Missouri. They found a beer can hanging in a tree. Montana. It's quite a bit of distance as the crow flies, about 18 miles, but it's 0.8 of a mile to a groomed trail in Montana. Nebraska, 2.2 miles from a road. That's the only data they have on that from, there's nothing from a trail. Tennessee, it's in the Great Smoky Mountains National Park along the Appalachian Trail. It's a 2-hour hike time to the most remote spot in the state. Texas, hour and a half from a trail. It's in Big Bend National Park, hour and a half. New Hampshire, 0.3 of a mile. No, I'm sorry, on Texas, it's 1.5 miles, not 1.5 hours. 1.5 miles from a trail in Texas, 6.6 from a road. Let's see here. New Hampshire, 0.3 of a mile. New Jersey, you got to get there by boat. At that remote spot, you can see the Atlantic City skyline in the distance. New Mexico, 1/4 mile, 0.25. That's the distance from a groomed trail. New York State, 0.05. Not even 1/10 of a mile from the road. Utah, we talked about that at 0.1. Let's see what else we got here. Vermont, 0.8 miles from a groomed trail. Pennsylvania, they don't have a distance, but they got a travel time is about 2 hours on foot to the most remote spot in the state. I do know that Pennsylvania is 2.7 miles from a road. Now, trail at 2 hours, not far. Let's see here. North Carolina takes about 12 hours, day and a half, or unless you want to push it, 12, 14 hours straight through. North Dakota, you're 2 miles from a groomed trail. Ohio, 0. 0 in the state of Ohio. You're on a damn road at the most remote spot in the state or trail. Oklahoma, 2.7. That's to a road or a trail. I'm assuming that means the road, it runs through one of the most remote spots that you can get or whatever. Maybe they don't have the data, but it's showing 2.7. Wyoming is the most remote in the lower 48 that they've done so far out of the 40 at 21 miles. But there again, there's rangers' cabins and stuff out there. So you're looking at, from a groomed trail, 0.8 miles in Wyoming. Virginia, it's a 2-hour boat ride. West Virginia, 2.5 hours by foot. Wisconsin, 1 mile. So let me make sure I'm not forgetting anything. That should be all 40 of them. Yep, that's it. So as you can see right there, when you break that down and go even deeper into it, other than just, groomed or passable roads and towns, much less to a groomed trail. So a lot of these shows out here and a lot of this survival industry stuff, they're living in a fucking fantasy is all I can tell you, because that ain't what's going on out here. And they don't want to talk about this stuff. I don't blame them. Hell, it doesn't help them sell shit. So, but that's the reality. You got to make proper planning, prior notifications, get your skill set where it needs to be. You should never have any problem out here in the wild areas, ever, ever, ever. So just make sure you're getting that training from people that don't peddle bullshit. Because if they're selling and peddling bullshit without telling you realities, if they choose to ignore stuff like this and ignore realities, those are the fucking ones that'll get you killed. So be careful with that stuff. Y'all stay safe. I just wanted to touch up and follow up on that video I made earlier about that. I get kind of fired up about this stuff because these idiots out here are going to get people killed. So anyway, that's what it is. You guys have a good day. I got to get out here and get to work on the old homestead. Got to take care of some goats, some chickens, things like that. So God bless y'all. Merry Christmas. Stay safe. Stay tuned.